too stupid to earn or to understand output. That's their fucking position. And then they call everybody else racist.
We care about black people so much, so we'll just remove the requirements instead of actually teaching them.
Yes!
Yeah, we'll just make it
because they're incapable of learning. Just like they're incapable of getting a driver's license for voter ID. Just like they're incapable, like, bro, these people are the most racist people in the fucking world. And they're projecting when they call everybody else racist. It's not about the words, it's about the actions. When you think, what is more racist than ignoring the immense amount of violent black crime that is literally destroying black communities in every single fucking city, pretending it doesn't exist? And then saying that when the people from the other side talk about it, that they're racist for pointing it out. That's not fucking racist, bro. People are dying. You know what I'm saying? Racist is acting like it's not happening and not offering any solution, not giving a fuck, and just letting these people kill each other. That's like the worst racism that's going on right now.
Or intentionally doing things to make it worse.
Bro, it's not
prosecuting the motherfuckers that are doing it.
That's, dude, no, that's racism. No, that's what I'm talking about. All of that shit together. But you're racist because you didn't vote for fucking Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't white.
That's right. You're a dude, you know, you're the blackface of white supremacy. Like, you're all this shit over here, they're calling you all these names, and over here they're dismantling the black communities and fucking letting them kill each other, and then saying that you're racist for saying, hey, we should fucking address this. Okay? So that's racism. Fixing stones break my motherfucking bones. But you know what kills people? Fucking, what they're doing intentionally. It's killing families, bro, and these are not black families, white, these are fucking American families. Period. And both sides are guilty of letting this happen. The conservatives are letting it happen by having not the balls to say, hey, something needs to be done about that. Okay? They're afraid they're going to get called racist. The fucking progressive, the people in the middle who vote left, they think they're doing some sort of virtuous thing. They're confused. And then the people that they vote for are literally fucking racist. They're killing those fucking communities intentionally. So, like, we have to all understand what's going on to address the problem. You see what I'm saying? So, like, dude, to me, all of this shit that's going on is all intended to literally weaken us and then also culturally weaken us and then also ruin our morale and our patriotism for the country. Why do you think they said that if you're a patriot, like, bro, the government put out a warning that said if people call themselves patriots, they use the word patriot, patriotic American, that they should be potentially considered and looked at as domestic terrorists. Bro, we're talking about hot dog eating, chips eating on 4th of July, shooting fireworks, motherfucker, patriots. Domestic terrorists in this country. Fuck you.
Well, that's the thing.
Whatever the fuck you call me, bro, I can promise you this. I'm a fucking patriot.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because if we can remove that national identity, if we can remove your connection with this country,
you have nothing to fight for.
Why would you fight for something?
You won't even resist. They can take the country over without firing a shot. That's why we need a cultural revolution. That's why personal excellence is the answer. And so people say, well, see, it's never going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah, nothing's going to happen because you're going to sit on your fat fucking ass complaining about nothing's going to happen instead of getting up and actually making something out of your life. That's why nothing's going to happen. Because this part of the deal is an individual responsibility that we all have as Americans. Every single one of you listening and everybody else. We have a responsibility to live at a high, good, moral level that represents the values of what this country is supposed to be. We have a responsibility to do so. That's the responsibility of being a citizen. See what I'm saying? This isn't fucking free, bro. People died for this shit. They died for your shit. They died for you to sit there and eat fucking bullshit and fill your mind full of propaganda and fucking not try and give up on your dreams. People died for that. You're insulting them. My grandfather, my dad never met his biological father because he was killed fighting for this country in fucking France a few weeks after the fucking D-Day. People have fucking sacrificed for this. And you do people a zero service and zero respect by living your life less than what you could be. And that's the problem. The whole country is fucked because we have too many people that just don't value what I just said.
As was headline number 2, it's time for our third and final headline number 3. Number 3 reads, exclusive. Representative Harriet Hagman calls for Antony Blinken to appear before the weaponization committee. This is a big deal. It's actually a pretty decent take, especially coming from Breitbart. They've been doing really, really well. I gotta give them credit. I don't know the editors there, but they cover stuff very, very well.
I think they've gotten better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think they've gotten more balanced and less right-leaning.
Well, they just take their opinion about the shit and just tell.
That's what we need. We need a fucking news network.
That's it. Hey, it is going to rain today.
These are the facts.
Not umbrellas are racist. Okay.
Not what do I think of the facts.
Right.
These are the facts. Right. But that doesn't get fucking clicks.
Right. We're doing good. So let's dive into this. So Representative Harriet Hagman, who's a Republican of Wyoming, on Saturday called for Secretary of State Antony Blinken to appear before Congress to answer questions about his role in the crafting of a letter by 51 former intelligence officials that discredited the Hunter Biden laptop story weeks before the 2027 election. In an exclusive interview with SiriusXM's Breitbart News Saturday, with host Breitbart News Washington Bureau Chief Matthew Boyle Hagman, who sits on the select subcommittee of the weaponization of the federal government, said, quote, "He better, he needs to. We have either the judiciary or the weaponization committee. We need to find out what happened, and we need to find out to what extent he is compromised, because again, as Secretary of State, his obligation and oath is to the United States and the American citizens." Ohio Republican Representative Jim Jordan, chair of the Weaponization Committee, and Mike Turner, chair of the Intelligence Committee, Thursday revealed that former CIA Deputy Director Mike Morrell testified to Congress that in October 2020, Blinken, who was then a senior advisor on the Biden campaign, reached out to him regarding the New York Post Hunter Biden laptop, prompting Morrell to write the letter signed by 50 other former intelligence officials, suggesting the story reflects misinformation. Quote, based on Morrell's testimony, it is apparent that the Biden campaign played an active role in the origins of the public statement, which had the effect of helping to suppress the Hunter Biden story. Jordan and Hunter wrote in a letter that revealed Blinken's involvement. Hagman said Blinken's involvement in trying to cover up the Post story about the laptop, which contained evidence suggesting Joe Biden and his family had profited from the son's shady foreign business deal, called into question whether he can be a credible Secretary of State representative for the people. Quote, how does he interact with counterparts of the Chinese Communist Party, Russia, Ukraine, or whatever? Quote, what this is demonstrating is that the corruption goes extremely deep. But the bigger question is, how does he interact with his own boss when he knows the level of corruption in the White House? How does he protect American interests abroad? He's doing the bidding of a man that he knows is absolutely corrupt and the absolute Blinken, quote, Blinken knew what was on that laptop, and he knew that laptop was Biden, and he knows now that the Chinese Communist Party has paid the Biden family $1 million. Who does he choose? Does he pick the Biden crime family to support and defend and protect them, or does he protect the United States? We now know what the answer is. And of course, the State Department dodges questions on the family. That's this kind of comes from the massive deal. We talk about this, I don't know how many times, people sign up for it. That's actually fucking treason. That's treason, dude. They knew it was fucking fake. They knew they were protecting the administration. Now they're saying it in public. This is fucking Andy Thomas. 4,000.0. Just saying. They're doing. Now the State Department, they're dodging questions. The State Department dodges questions on Blinken discrediting Hunter Biden laptop story ahead of 2020. The State Department refused to comment on whether Secretary of State Antony Blinken disputed Republicans' assertion that a senior advisor to the 2020 Biden presidential campaign, he was involved in recruiting former intelligence officials in an effort to discredit the Hunter Biden laptop story. When asked specifically if Blinken disputed the accuracy of the assertions and if he had planned to comply with Republican lawmakers' request for more information, State Department Deputy Press Secretary Vedant Patel responded, quote, That is not a State Department issue, so I don't have a comment for you on that.
That's what I
That
believe.
was the original. Not
I
J6.
think, well, I think the original thing was back when they killed Kennedy at the CIA. That's where I think it started. But I think what we're seeing now is we're seeing extreme obvious measures to maintain that facade because they let it get too far outside the boundaries of what American people would accept. So now they're in a situation where they are basically, they're willing to do it right in front of your face because they have to, because they understand what happens if they get caught. This is what's going to make them get caught. Okay, so this is amazing to come out. You and I talked about this many times. It's pretty cool to see it actually come to the news. After a lot of you guys keep calling me all this shit you call me, but you know, now you can call
We
me.
don't know that. They don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, you call me whatever you want, but at the end you're gonna call me right. So,
Well, and like this is how you really know it's fucking real. Even the Wall Street Journal, they're going off on it. Okay, this headline is this is Fox News headline. It says Wall Street Journal blasts Blinken, Intel officials, media for spreading false Hunter Biden laptop.
this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Bro,
So these people were all complicit in the spreading of the narrative in the first place. So now they're backing off because they're like, fuck, I don't want to get implicated in this.
Yeah.
And you're going to see everybody fucking jump ship. That this week, the next month or so, I think is going to be really fucking weird.
dude, it's gonna get real weird. I just want to read this statement. This is from the.
See what I'm saying about that?
100%.
The Wall Street Journal has been pushing that narrative. So now they're trying to remove, you know, I guess.
I know this.
They want to be able to say, the minute we knew, we stopped. And,
Correct.
right. Because
Yeah.
dude, they know what the punishment for this is eventually going to be.
This is from the editorial board from the Wall Street Journal. Right. This is a collective memo, I guess you could call it. This is their statement. It says, quote, intelligence officials, former as well as current, have a particular duty not to spread disinformation because they have access to classified information that the public can't check. The press overwhelmingly went along with the false Biden campaign claims because it wanted Mr. Biden to win. These 51 officials have done more to damage the credibility of the CIA and FBI than anything Donald Trump has said. Ditto for the complicit media. Holy shit.
Yeah, but that's in the Wall Street Journal. So, dude, now you're going to see them all jump ship, and this fucking shit is going to turn fast.
Like, bro, this is big.
It's big because it could lead to the potential removal of the fucking swamp, what Trump calls it, which is basically the communist infestation that lives inside of our government, that is bought and paid for by communist countries who are doing communist country bidding, starting way back. Who knows where it started, but the first time I noticed it was when Obama came around and started talking socialist shit, right? That's where it started. We started to warm up to the idea then. And over the last, fucking 15 years, 16 years, whatever it's been consistent progression, and then their plan is fucking hit. People in it. So, like, they're in a fucking pickle. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. And this isn't violence. See, they're starting to realize that the truth is already out. Most people understand it. Most people would understand that COVID was a coordinated fucking psyop weaponization of their power, okay, against the people of the globe for profit and, more importantly, for control. So that they could create the one world government based around environment, which is really based around we're rich as fuck and you all are peasants. Okay, they don't know what to do with us, bro. That's why they make this fucking narrative up about overpopulation. We're not overly populated. Our birth rates are declining at record fucking pace. In 2 generations, the society's going to collapse because there's not enough fucking people. All right, so so they base it around overpopulation and environment and shit like that, but it has nothing to do with that. It's about depopulating the world so that a very small amount of people can control the entire world more easily and effectively. And I think they've crossed the line and they realize they can't do it, at least at this time. And they're gonna hang these people, a few of these people out to dry and get the hammer.
There's a small little tip for you guys. the whole idea of the ecology bullshit, go research who founded it. And just get back to it. So that's all. Just a little tip there for you guys. You'll be surprised. Yeah, so I mean, I say we keep the foot on the gas, these motherfuckers, and just keep going.
Well, listen, man. You know, there's still a lot of people like listening to the show that don't want to ruffle feathers. Well, hey, these motherfuckers don't have no problem ruffling your fucking feathers, do they? They don't have any problem devaluing your currency, making it harder for you to live. They don't have a problem for dividing you against your neighbor for your political beliefs. They don't have a problem with opposing their will in terms of experimental medicines that you have to take in order to even have a fucking job. They don't have any problem doing anything that they need to do to you and your life and affect your life in a negative way to get what they want. You don't have the fucking courage to speak the fuck up, and it's allowing it to happen. Okay, so ruffle some motherfucking feathers, bro. Speak what you believe to be true. Okay, and this will all end much quicker, and it will continue to cease to exist. This would have happened. Had people woken up in 2020, okay, we would still be on the path of the best economy that we ever had. We would still be moving up that curve. Manufacturing would be back in the United States at a higher level because of the trade tariffs that were put on China. We wouldn't have all of our military equipment over in fucking Europe. We wouldn't have depleted oil reserves. We wouldn't have an inflated dollar. We wouldn't have interest rates at the highest level they've been, I don't even know how long. We wouldn't have any of that shit. We wouldn't have this crazy fucking crime shit. We wouldn't have this oversensitive racial division inside the United States of America. We wouldn't have any of this shit. We'd be moving the right direction. And everybody's starting to realize, oh shit, they really fucked us up. And so that makes these people are in a very bad position. Notice that you don't hear much from the fucking people in your life right now who are, you know, the AOC fucking far left fans. They ain't saying shit, are they? No. You know, it's all that feminist shit they've been fucking talking for 10 fucking years. And you motherfuckers are staying quiet now while dudes win national championships and girls fucking swimming. And you're for women? You're full of shit. You could be one or the other. You don't get to be both there. Bro, if those people actually gave a fuck about women, they would be leading the charge against the transgender fucking sports shit. No doubt. They would be leading the charge of men not being allowed, whether they wear a wig or women's clothes in a woman's private area. Like, I can't ever, like, dude, I can't even comprehend me saying, oh, you know what? I'm a woman and walking into, like, our female locker room. Like, I can't even, like, think of feeling so entitled that you get to walk into a women's locker room and see women changing and, you know, like, the shit that is meant for private. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, think of that. That happened everywhere. And then you have a certain segment of women, because they're so bought in on the progressive Kool-Aid, they're cheering for it. And they're saying, I'm a feminist. You're not a feminist, bro, because a feminist stands for pro-woman. Yeah. You can't even be a feminist because you can't define a woman. But the point is that feminism is about women empowerment. And women empowerment is not like running off on the internet and being a fucking whore. Women empowerment is strong, independent, capable of doing what men do, equal citizen, which all is true. Like, real feminism that, like, says women are equal to men, and like those, like, there's that validity there. But like this shit where you're advocating for all this crazy shit because you're so bought into a side, it discredits everybody, bro. Everybody's full of shit. Everybody. Your little political shit for the last 15 years of your bitching and complaining and fucking cancel culture bullshit, it means nothing anymore. Fucking cancel everybody, bro. It doesn't matter. Nope, because your shit doesn't hold any water. It never has. The people are seeing it. The only thing that's going to get canceled now is just all this anti-American shit, like putting a trans dude on a fucking beer can where all the fucking drinkers are like red, white, and blue American type people. that just ain't with that shit, man.
Just want to drink beer.
They don't want shit shoved down their throat. I bet most of those people, honestly, don't really give two fucks about if you want to be trans or not. But they don't want you in a women's locker room. They don't want you in your shaking your dicks in front of kids. They don't want you fucking doing none of that shit. Other than that, like, I don't think anybody cares. I really don't. So, like, you just want to drink beer and be left the fuck alone and not have to pay 50, 60, 70% all-in tax after everything's accounted for.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Well, listen, that's going to happen in my lifetime, motherfucker. Because the stealing of this fucking money of all of ours to go fucking steal it and do whatever the fuck they want and come out of office, I am going to make it my fucking mission to get every single fucking American behind that. And politics is downstream of culture. Okay? And that means if the culture demands it, the politicians will abide because they have to. Okay? So get on that fucking low tax shit. These motherfuckers waste our money, they steal our money, they send our money overseas, and then funnel it back into their political campaigns and maintain power and continue to oppress us over and over and over again. And that's our fucking money doing that to ourselves. Demand accountability. Make us spend it wisely. Ban fucking lobbying. Ban backdoor deals. Term limits. All laws that are passed have to be abided by. There is no diplomatic immunity. All of these things. We have to make the people who serve in our government abide by the rules they pass and answer to the people who fucking voted them in. Again, and the only way that's going to happen is some true patriotic Americans, which I believe we have inside there now, but more of them get in there and change these laws. So,
guys, that was our third and final headline of this time. For our final segment of the show, as always, we have thumbs up. So we show an article, we read through it, we get one of those two options. With that being said, our article headline reads, Legendary Plymouth Rapid Transit System Muscle Car unearthed after 47 years. Andy, I know you're somewhat of a car guy yourself, right?
yeah.
You like cars.
Yeah. In my head.
Yeah, so I thought this was a pretty cool story, man. So this article reads, it says, it's definitely not coach bike. A one-of-a-kind Plymouth muscle car has been unearthed after being hidden away for 46 years. The Rapid Transit System 1970 Plymouth Cuda was one of 4 custom cars built for a caravan of speed promotional tours. Plymouth commissioned Hot Wheels designer Harry Bradley to pen special versions of several of its models to highlight the brand's performance image and sent them around the country to car shows and events. The others have shown up in collections and at car auctions in the years since, but until this month, the Cuda hadn't been seen since 1976. YouTube channel Auto Archaeology documented the uncovering of the car, which has been stored in the garage all those years. Its current owner, who remains anonymous, purchased it and drove it for a few weeks before putting it away in storage. The coupe remains all original, including the 440 cubic inch 6-barrel V8 engine, and has just 967 miles on the odometer. The car is equipped with a spare tire on the left front, but still has its original full-size wheel tire, which is damaged flat. It is now being put up for sale at the Newcomb auction in Indianapolis on May 20th. Newcomb hasn't offered an estimate on its value, but if the other rapid transit system cars are anything to go by, it will be well into the 6 figures. I'm sure
It'll be more than that. You know? Is that the actual car? This is the actual car. That's fucking badass. That's gonna go for I can almost get it.
That thing is fucking awesome. Yeah. That's a crazy color concept too.
I love it. I think it's fucking awesome. Totally 1972. 1970 also.
I like the
1972 would have worse bodies.
Yeah. But I like the front of it, man. Like just the little bit.
Yeah.
Where the paint goes down up under it. Like
after 1970, all the styling changed on all the cars, and all, for the most part. The Chevelle went to single headlight, but like all the other cars got super weird looking. Like the 70s, bro, they were doing too much.
Is that what it was?
Yes. Like too much. Like you had just enough at like 69, and then even 70, because I think the greatest muscle car of all time, in my opinion, 1970 Chevelle SS 4x4, Super Sport, OS6.
Yeah, right.
So I think it's the coolest muscle car. Not everybody's got their flavors. But after 1970 Chicago, wrestling has been looking, it was so definitely.
Let me ask you this, because I feel like, I've been able to meet a few other car guys because of you. I feel like this is like a common thing, right? Like these are like some of these old guys, old people, and they have these vehicles that they sit into. They don't tell anybody. Why is that?
Dude, there's just so much. Because, like, dude, the reason why is because car culture is so inclusive that it attracts all different kinds of people. So, like, dude, no one gives a fuck in car meeting whether you're fucking black or white or Democrat or Republican. No one gives a fuck. Do you like cars? Me too. Let's take this cool car.
Right.
Let's take a ride in it. Like, it's just cool. And it really unifies people in a special way. And so, like, one of the unique components of that culture is that you have, like, the remnants, like, sometimes it's like the remnants of a car person in that family tree, right? Like, grandpa loved cars, but, you know, he passed away and it's been sitting in my garage. My car, my Chevelle, came off of a farm in Alabama. Yeah, so, like, it came off of a farm, yeah, and I had it completely rebuilt. So, like, you know, how does a 1970 True LS6 end up in a fucking field of a farm? You see what I'm saying? So there's all kinds of cool stories, and one of the coolest things about cars is the stories behind how they got there, how you got them. And the people that don't understand cars and car culture, they look at cars and they think like, oh, he's just trying to show off. Well, yeah, that's part of it. It's cool as fuck. Like showing up to a restaurant, driving something that no one else has, no one else has seen, is fucking cool. And I hope you get to experience it one day. Actually, that's why I do most of this content, so that you can eventually do that. I think it's awesome. But the point is that really, dude, what cars are about is about expressing your unique taste or individuality and appreciation for the car, and that transcends all other beliefs. So, like, you know, it's one of the reasons I'm so excited to start doing car content on YouTube, because I know it will help people find common interests and cool stuff. And if you're not into cars, cool too. But, like, the culture of car community, bro, I think it's one of my favorite parts about the whole thing. You know, the stories behind the car. And the dude, like, dude, I got this F40, right? I got the 1991 F40. It was found in a barn in Sicily. All right, it was in this barn for like 30 years. We found it, had it rebuilt. That's how I got it. It has 600 miles on it. All right, so, like, that's a fucking story, dude. You know what I mean? Like, all these cars have stories, and all these cars have history, and all these cars they mean something. And I don't know, like, anything cars, bro, I'm fucking into. I think this is cool as fuck. I think that car's cool as fuck. I might be bidding on the motherfucker myself. I'm just saying, like, it's badass.
Are we going to Indianapolis for the sneaker box?
It might be a remote bidder, but I mean, I guarantee. No, I won't buy that car. It's a real car. I don't have any room. But I think that's probably a 750 car.
Yeah.
It's fucking sweet. Cooters are badass, man. Like, I like all of them too. I'm not one of these guys that's like, dude, like, you know, Chevy or Ford. Like, bro, I think they're all cool in their own right. Like, you know, there's been some really cool fucking muscle cars. You know, 67 Mustang, which everybody knows. You guys all call it Eleanor. It's not fucking Eleanor. It's a Shelby Mustang. Eleanor came from the movie Gone in 60 Seconds. It's a kit. It's not a real fucking car. Okay? You got the 70 Chevelle. You got the 69 Camaros. You got, you know, the old Lincolns, like the old Impalas. I mean, GTOs every year, like every fucking single year they were made are awesome. Like old Cutlass. Like, dude, there's so many cool fucking cars that are out there. And once you start understanding the differences and, like, I don't know, it's like an addicting thing. It's something I'm very fortunate and thankful to be a part of. Yeah. I'm looking forward to sharing it with people.
I think it's gonna be fucking dope. Yeah. So what we got on this?
Oh fuck, this is badass. This isn't thumbs up. This is 5 thumbs.
Yeah.
See that liberal math I did there?
Math is racist.
Yeah, that's right.
I did it.
That's right. That's why I had to say 5. 5 thumbs up.
Well, guys, Andy, that is all I got, man.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Show the show.
On the floor, now my jury fuck froze, fuck up roll, fuck up stove, counted millions in the cold, bad bitch, booty swole, got up on the bank roll, can't go, just a no, headshot, Cades Cove. my jewelry, watch flow, fuck a bowl, fuck a stove, counted millions in a cold, bad bitch, booty swole, got her on bankroll, can't fold, just a no, headshot, case closed.
What is up, guys? It's Andy Priscilla, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality, guys. Today we have Q and AF. That's where you submit the Qs, and we give you the AFs. You can submit your questions one of a couple different ways. The first way is,
Guys, you can email those questions into AskAndy@AndyPriscilla.
these questions can be about anything, about business, life, entrepreneurship, how to kick ass, what's going on in the world. We'll take whatever you got. If I were you, I'd ask questions about how to win. Because that's what I like to talk about best, and I think that's where we provide the most value. But we'll take whatever you got. The second way is, now we're on YouTube. That's just something that's been recent for us. If you go to the Q&A episodes and you drop your question in the comment section, we'll post some questions from there as well. Now, if this is your first time listening, there's shows within the show. Today you're going to hear Q&A. But other times you're going to hear CTI. That's Cruise the Internet. That means we're going to put topics up on the screen. We're going to sift through them. We're going to dissect and speculate on what we think is true, what might not be true, and then how we can all work together to solve some of the problems going on in the world. Other times, real talk. That's 5 to 20 minutes of me just giving you guys some real talk, usually based around personal development, what's going on in the world, and solving some of these fucking problems. And then other times we have full length. Full length is just like what you guys see on most other podcasts. It's we're sitting here with some guests, we have a conversation. So for all of that, we have what's called the fee. When I say pay the fee, it's very simple. Tell someone about the show. Okay, we don't run ads on the show. I don't take money from people and fill 30 minutes of your day with bullshit ads. This show, I finance myself, and I try to provide value. So if you guys get something out of the show, if you learn skills, if it makes you think, it makes you laugh, it gives you new perspective, if it's helped you in any way, please share the show. A lot of you guys are very diligent about sharing the show. I appreciate you guys very much. That's how we've been able to maintain a top-ranked podcast over the course of nearly a decade now, just off word of mouth. However, there's a lot of people that don't share the show. And you don't share the show for whatever reason. You know, your cousin doesn't like my politics, or doesn't like that I curse, or whatever. Bro, you're the reason that this fucking country is sinking, just so you know. You believe in the message. You guys come to me and you say, you should run for office. You won't even share the fucking message. Okay? So if you want my voice and my perspective to be out there, you got to share it. So please pay the fee. If we give real value, please share it. If we don't give real value, don't fucking share it. But it's that simple, man. A lot of you guys do it. I appreciate you guys. But a lot of you guys don't, man. And, you know, when you guys look at me and say, man, everybody should be listening to Andy. Well, yeah, that's why I asked you to share the show. It's real simple. So please share the show. That's it. I mean, dude, like, I get tired of it. Like, I get tired of people saying, man, I wish everybody listened to this. Man, you should run for office. Man, if everybody heard this, we could fix some things. Blah, blah, blah. But they won't share the show. It's like, dude, I'm fucking trying.
Yeah. Like, we don't have, like, a fucking multi-billion-dollar fucking machine behind us fucking helping with ads and pushing it. Like, we don't have it. It's simply word of mouth value. You gotta share.
Bro, when I'm on a fucking podcast network, like, dude, I'm totally independent. Like, I don't go on one of these podcast networks that promotes our shit. Like, and it works because a lot of people do share the show. But, bro, there's a whole lot of people that listen that do not. They don't share it. And then those are the same people that message me saying, man, I fucking love your shit, bro. You know, I wish I could say the things that you say. Motherfucker, I'm saying them for you. All you gotta do is share the shit. You know, we need our voice out there. I'm trying to be the voice. I've been trying for 3.5 fucking years. And really, honestly, for the better part of 10 years. And it just gets old for me to have people say to me, man, everybody should hear what you're saying. That's why we have the feed, dude. That's why I ask you to share it. Like, at least have enough courage to share what you believe. And if it sucks, don't share it. But I'm just, if you get it and it really helps you, fucking share it, man. Like, man, bro, we gotta get our fucking, we gotta find our fucking balls. You know what I'm saying?
No beans.
Anyway, I just get tired of hearing it, dude. Everybody should be, no shit.
We're fighting censorship and fucking shut no band and all that.
Yeah.
Everything good? What's going on?
Well, I mean, like, I'm just in the midst of whooping everybody's ass in the transformation process we got going on here.
Whooping ass.
Oh yeah, just get lucky every day, bro. You're a little luckier every day. It's weird how that works. Like everything that I do, I'm just lucky, and I just keep getting lucky. It's weird.
Hard work is lucky.
No, it's like it's not even, you know, like the hard work is not crazy. Like that's just shit I like to do because, you know, I'm a psychopath, right? Like I just like to do it. It has nothing to do. Like I just keep getting lucky. You know, every business I start fucking works. Every fucking thing I set my mind to happens. You know, I just go out and do this shit that everybody observes me doing every day for fun. Like I just do it for clout. You know, like I'm just out doing my fucking luck every day and doing my, you know, live hard program and, you know, watching what I eat, training hard as fuck. You know, 43 years old. Just get lucky.
Yeah. This okay. Serious question. Like, I feel like this is a problem that we're gonna have to address. We are recognizing it's hot and tender. What are you gonna do about it? You still have not figured out a solution.
It's a real problem.
This is a serious issue.
I know. I cannot be having a low rut camera across my body. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. They got these little gas cans, right?
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, it might be that, bro.
No.
It might have to be that. It might have to be It might have to be a ruck in the morning and a run.
Yeah.
Or like an extra cool time.
Yeah. I'm with it, man. Well, Andy, it is Q&A, man, and we got some good ones for you. Let's knock these out. Oh, Andy, question number one. Andy, I've been following the show for a while, and I've been putting a lot of work into person today. But with all of that, my social life has basically completely disappeared, and I have almost zero close friends. You talk a lot about going through no man's land. My question is, how do I know if I'm actually in no man's land, or if I just need to get out of my comfort zone and get what do you got on that?
Well, it sounds to me like you are exactly in no man's land. And no man's land is like the saying, right? That everybody likes to say. Oh, it's fucking only at the top. Motherfucker, you don't know shit about the top. You ain't never been to the top. I ain't even been to the top. And I'm much further along than you. Okay? So let's be real. You don't know shit. You're repeating some shit that your fucking Uncle Joe says, or your fucking cousin that hasn't done shit. It's lonely at the top. It ain't fucking lonely at the top, bro. It's lonely in the middle. Right? But here's the thing. When you first start out with trying to achieve something that's not the norm of what everybody else is trying to achieve, they think you're fucking weird. They think there's something wrong with you. Okay? And then you set out actually doing the work. And you set out getting some results. And what happens is, Steve and Tony and Mary Jane from your fucking old neighborhood, they look at you and they say, oh, this dude's weird. What's wrong with him? He's too good for us now. You're fucking right, I'm too good for you. Because I'm not going to sit around and waste my fucking life. Okay? And so as you progress out of that friend zone, which by the way, those people are never your friends. They're just people you hung out with. All right? You get into this lonely place. And that lonely place is called no man's land. And that's the time that you spend between what you thought were your friends and then finding a new group of people who are aligned with the actions that you're taking and the goals that you have, that are going to support, push you down the road, pick you up whenever you stumble, and help you become that version of yourself you're trying to become. And most people never put in enough time to actually get to that point. They get into the no man's land zone where there's really nobody around, it's very lonely, it's a real thing. And they say, fuck, it's lonely. And then they go back to their old friends and they never venture outside of it, okay? That's a mistake. Because what ends up happening if you continue to go is you find a group of people who are aligned with the goals that you have for yourself. These people, instead of making fun of you, instead of talking shit to you, instead of making you feel guilty for wanting more of yourself, these people actually do all the opposite. They support you, they encourage you, they pick you up when you fall down, they push you down the road to be better. And that journey will happen multiple times over the course of your life if you continue to go. So you'll meet your first group of friends, and these people will probably be, just like you. They lived in the regular world, but the socially acceptable world for a long time, and they've pushed out and they've created something, and they're working and they're working towards all these better things. And these people will be comfortable there, and you'll if you continue to go, you'll outgrow them too, and you'll go through another phase of no man's land, and then you'll come to another group of people who are actually doing things at a higher level. And that process will repeat itself over and over and over again until you find yourself with literally the highest performing humans on the planet. My phone, if you looked at my phone and you looked at the missed calls or the call data, I mean, every one of those motherfuckers is worth 9-10 figures. Every single one of them, right? These are all people whose names you know. These are people who are out there kicking ass, doing things, living at a higher standard, building incredible things. There's billionaires, 100 millionaires, high performance people that are like, dude, it's just, it's an incredible group of people that all hold me accountable to being a higher level of me, which allows me to do what I do. So like, it's not lonely at the top. That's just something losers fucking say to excuse themselves from doing the work that is necessary to actually become who it is they want to become. Because everybody has this little version of themselves in their heart that they know they're supposed to become. They know it. They know what it's supposed to be. They can feel it. They can see it. They know they're supposed to be this bad motherfucker that exists inside of them, but they do not have the courage to even say, this is what I want to become. They don't even have the balls to say, this is what I want. And if you don't have the fucking balls to say, this is what I want, you sure as fuck don't have the inner grit, fortitude, tenacity to go out and create it. So that's where these friends come in. And that's why it's important for you to fucking be around people who actually support you. Because the reason I am who I am is because along the way, I've met people who have demanded me to rise up and become a better version of myself. And I'm surrounded by those people every day. Look at the motherfuckers in this building I get to come in. Bro, I got fucking half a dozen dudes in here that ran 100 miles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got people in here that fucking do incredible things every fucking week. Like, it's hard not to be on your shit because everybody is. That's where you want to be. You want to be around people like that. Not your Steve, Tony, and Mary from fucking the old neighborhood who think you're a weirdo because you don't want to be broke and drunk and fat like they're going to be their whole lives. So you're not fucking abnormal, bro. You're just outgrowing the people who have been holding you back your entire life, and you're in the middle. You haven't found that new group yet. You need to keep going. That is it.
Let me ask you this, two questions. So one, when you got to that first no man's land, how long did you spend there? And then the second part is, who controls how long you spend there?
You control it. You control how long you're there. Because, and by the way, there will be a time, right? Like, it's phases. You're going to spend some time there because once you get in that first group of friends, you're going to be overwhelmed with, new energy and new ideas and new objectives and goals and dreams that you want for yourself, because these people who are around you are going to, like, basically, you're going to catch what they have, okay? And if you're really like a killer, like you're a hardcore driven, I want to keep going person, you're going to apply that shit and you're going to naturally start to move on from it. Some of those people will go with you, by the way, but some of them won't, okay? It's unlike the first group. The first group, none of those people will go with you. The second group, a few of those people will go with you, and they'll make it to that third group or that fourth group with you, right? But you'll repeat this multiple times over your life if you're an ambitious, driven, committed human to pursuing your ultimate potential over the course of your life. This will happen over and over and over again. You will go through times of extreme loneliness and feel like, you don't have any friends, but that's not reality, dude. You do have friends. You're just busy focusing on yourself. You're busy taking care of business. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that in your life. Okay, too many of us are loyal to friendships, right? Because people guilt us. They say like, oh, Andy, he's getting too fucking big for his britches. Oh, Andy, he's not humble anymore. That's what they like to say. A lot of them like to say that shit. You changed? No shit, bitch. I was supposed to change. I was supposed to fucking change. That's the whole point. So thank you. Thank you for recognizing. Like, dude, this is something that really kills a lot of people's potential because they can't get through that first phase to learn how much better it will be when they have people around them that actually pull them along, support them, and contribute to what they truly want to do.
100%. And it goes to like that metaphorical ladder of success we talk about. Right? These are those, so you're talking about those groups, each phases. Those are just rungs on that ladder, right? So just go back to that first question. So how long did you spend in that first phase of that no man's land on that first?
I don't know. I mean, there's no definitive time. I don't know. Like I seem to go through about every 4 years a new phase. And that's what the cycle seems to be for me. It's like every 4 years I level up and I've got a whole new group of people around me, and I'm still friends with those people from before, but I'm just not spending my nights and my weekends and my dinners and shit with those people. Honestly, dude, once you get old enough, you don't really, like, it's not like when you're young, man. Like, you kind of like just hang with your tight circle, and that's it. Like, I don't really hang with people. Like, I talk to people on the phone or I text them, but like, it's not like it used to be. Everybody's busy. That's the other thing. When you get to that level, it's not like everybody's coming around on Sunday for the barbecue. Like, you might not talk to people for 6 months. That doesn't mean they're not your friend. Like, a lot of you guys need to grow the fuck up. Like, you think like, oh, Andy didn't talk to me for 6 months, so he must be mad at me. Motherfucker, I didn't even think of you for 6 months because I'm so busy worrying about my own shit.
And if you were worried about your own shit,
you wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, so like, dude, it's you know, it's just something that it's hard to understand when you're going through it, or at least haven't gotten to that first phase, because you don't have the perspective. You think that you're going to go out and be this like weird, lonely person your whole life, and it's just not the case, bro. All the great shit's going to come from you just refusing to quit and pushing yourself through. And if this person will continue to go for another, you know, however long, 6 months, a year, whatever it fucking takes, you're going to find that group and you're like, fuck, I'm glad I didn't quit, because that will supercharge your entire life.
I love it. That was question number one. Let's move on to question number two. Taking a different approach to this, right? I mean, I guess it's almost like an overarching thing, this relationships, right? These circles, these things. Question number two, Andy, you've talked several times about cutting people out who don't contribute to the mission. Maybe these are people in that first group, right? How do you say no to your friends because you're busy working and doing personal development without hurting their feelings? Do you feel like it's your obligation to spend time with certain people? And what's a good way to do this without being super abrupt and being perceived as unfair?
I don't care about them. That's not my problem. That's their problem. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. My fucking problem is, how am I getting from here to here? And how am I going to do that? That's what I'm worried about. However you perceive that, whether you think I'm being a jerk or whether you think I'm being aloof or whether you think I'm too good or not humble or this or that, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I understand that. I don't give a single fuck how you perceive it. The people you will stay in contact with will be gracious with your progress. These are the people who will understand. They will understand that it's not personal, that you're just doing your thing. They will understand that it's not a personal attack, that you don't call them every fucking other day or text them for 4, 5, 6 months. There's a saying amongst high-level successful people. Busy people understand busy people, okay? And what that means is we don't get our fucking panties in a bunch over the fact that, you know, our buddy didn't text us back one time, or it took him a week, or it took him a fucking month. We don't worry about shit like that. We're too worried about winning. We're too worried about accomplishing things. So like, I don't even literally give any fucking attention to that at all. And that took a long time. That wasn't something that in the beginning I felt that way.
I must say, did you, was there a point where you did?
Yeah, no, in the beginning, I did feel guilty. I fucking felt guilty because people try to guilt you. And then you're like, fuck, maybe I am, you know, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am, or I can't do what I think. Bro, those people are poison for your fucking life. Okay, and that's what you'll come to realize. So like, when they start guilting you and you actually feel guilty, you should fucking remember that your Uncle Andy over here told you to keep fucking going. And that shit, don't worry about that shit. Those people, these are people that are stuck in the fucking matrix, bro. They cannot understand how you want to be better. They can't understand that it's impossible to be better. They have no comprehension of what you're trying to do or what your dreams are or what your goals are. They don't get it, and they're not going to fucking get it. Back like we were trying to explain all the COVID shit to all the people, they're not going to get it. They're fucking not going to get it, bro. I wasted 3 years of my life trying to convince people, and now I got the same people coming to me saying, fuck, bro, why didn't I listen to you? Now I got this fucking medicine, it's fucking me up. See what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I spent 3 years trying to tell you not to touch the fucking stove. You touched it anyway, now you're fucking upset with me? Man, fuck off, right? So this is the same mentality you're dealing with these people in the beginning phase. Most of these people will only be happy for you when you become something that is so great that like they can talk about it. Like, I know that person, I know that dude, I know that girl,
or benefit.
Yeah, or benefit from, which, you know, you'll learn along the process that that's not, you know, don't do that. You know what I mean? I love it.
So guys, Andy, our third and final question. Question number 2. Andy, how can you incorporate healthy competition as an entrepreneur. Every time I try to do this, I feel like my coworkers don't take it the right way, and they think that I'm just trying to make them look bad. Is this a me problem, or is this them? I want all of us to win, and I'm having a hard time getting the people around me in that same competitive mindset.
Okay, where you're making a mistake here is that you're trying to coordinate the plan with these people. Like, hey, we're all gonna win. We're all gonna do this. We're all gonna do that. That's not how humans do. Work. Okay? If you want competition, you gotta create competition. I don't give a fuck about healthy competition. Competition is competition. I'm here to fucking win. Okay? When you adopt that attitude, the one I just said, I'm here to fucking win, and you stop giving a fuck if it hurts their fucking feelings, you know what's gonna happen? They're actually gonna get more competitive, and they will rise to the occasion. You have to go first. You have to give no fucks about how they interpret it. Oh, you're making me look bad. Good. I'm glad you look bad. That means I'm doing fucking great. Okay? And what will happen is those people will fucking start to run after you because they're like, oh shit, he's going no matter what. And they'll rise up. And what happens magically is instead of them resenting you, eventually when they start winning, they start to respect you for going first. Okay, so you're trying to coordinate it all and do all like, oh guys, let's do this. Isn't this a good idea? And then when you try, they're like, fuck Steve, you're making us look bad. Man, fuck them. Okay, do not worry about that at all. Don't even fucking talk to them about it until you're so far ahead when they're like, fuck, Steve's hitting his numbers, or he's getting paid, or he's getting a promotion. Be like, yeah, I tried to get you guys to go, but you're not going. Just come do these things. And then you invite them to go, and they will fucking go. But until you go, they're not gonna go. And this is a fundamental flaw with most people when it comes to leadership, because they believe that there's a way to somehow coordinate it all peacefully and package it real nice so nobody gets offended. Bro, winning offends people. Doing great shit offends people. Whether it's your fucking teammates, whether it's the people on the outside, whether it's the other team, people don't like motherfuckers that are good at what the fuck they do. So get good at what you do if you want your team to win, because they will follow you out of spite at first and then respect you later for making them better. Okay, so like you're thinking about it the wrong way. You have to go, and they will follow. I love that.
Eddie, why do you think people get so? Why do you think people put so much fucking care and emphasis on other people's things? Like, how did we get here?
Because that's what they're taught to care about. Like, if you think about what we're taught to, look at our whole society, bro. You can't even say the truth because it offends people. You can't point out statistical facts about society because it hurts people's fucking feelings, whether or not they're there or not. Yeah, bro, you're giving out trophies to kids now based upon showing up so their feelings don't get hurt. So you ask where it comes from. It's a cultural indoctrination of creating a scenario where people don't value achievement anymore. They value just being a part of. And that's not the way natural order works. Natural order, no matter what you think about it, no matter what your fucking opinions are, no matter how much you bitch, whine, cry, and most people spend their whole lives complaining about it, it's still going to apply. And the winners are going to fucking win, and the losers are going to kick rocks. The winners are going to have the spoils, losers are going to have the leftovers. This is reality, bro. And there's no way to fucking talk your way around it. There's no way to protest your way around it. There's no way to cause a scene around it. It's just the way it fucking is. I didn't make the fucking rules, bro, but I understand the rules, and they're concrete, and I play by them because that's where the reward is. And you would do yourself a service instead of thinking that you can bitch, argue, fight, and like resist and kick and scream, and somehow you're gonna get what you want and just accept the rules and be like, bro, if I want to win, I gotta get fucking good. And that's it. And so, like, stop wasting your life. Stop being someone who fucking thinks you're bro, there's 8 billion people on this earth. No one gives a fuck how you feel about it. They don't. And if you think that these people out there telling you this shit, see what's actually happening, and if you were fucking an aware human being, and you will come to realize this is truth, whether it's now or whether it's 50 years from now, what's actually happened to you and the reason that you care so much about feelings over the actual performance or the facts of the matter is because you have been taught by a higher power than us, the peasants, that's us, okay, by the elite, the most elite people on the planet who have the most money, the most power, the most resources. They have everything, the most freedom, everything, okay? You have been taught to not play the game. Don't play the game. Showing up is good enough. If you don't know algebra, you don't have to learn it. Dude, you know what? You don't have to have a great credit score to get a mortgage anymore. You get a lower credit score and you'll get a mortgage just fine. They're teaching people not to compete so that they can stay in fucking power, okay? And so are you gonna waste your whole life because some elite fuck taught you that the fake rules to the game so that you get fat, sick, lazy, inactive, unhealthy, dumb, filled with alcohol, unfit? Like, bro, that's what they want from you, because when you're that way, you're not a threat to them.